It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Friday, the 22nd of November. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather will stay pretty cold through tomorrow morning. We warm up by early next week, and then the weather may be turning wet and potentially stormy by Thanksgiving. A lot of things on the board here, so let's get right into it. Very impressive upper low spinning away over the eastern half of the country this morning. The upper low is centered over Pennsylvania. And obviously, that's a whole pattern change from earlier this month. We had the ridge early in the month. Now we have the trough. That's the pattern flip. And, of course, we are dry this morning. We got a few snowflakes flying around Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Pigeon Forge, the mountains of North Carolina. Look at all the snow up north, parts of northern Pennsylvania, parts of New York State. Indeed, winter is coming. So temperatures this morning, not quite as cold as forecast so far. These were taken about 4:50, about 5 o'clock this morning. Now, Jasper's at 30. We've got 35 for Fayette and Winfield. Haleyville, 36. Tuscaloosa, 37. But notice it's closer to 40 over on the eastern side of the state. That's because the wind is still blowing. To get the numbers really down, you've got to have a clear sky and calm wind. And the wind is not calm. So accordingly, not quite as cold as forecast and probably not much frost. We got low 40s for South Alabama, mid to upper 30s for the northern counties of the state. But tonight, we do expect the wind to be calm. And accordingly, that opens the door for a freeze as far south as Demopolis, Selma, and Montgomery. All the counties on that map that are highlighted, those are freeze warnings in effect for tonight. So growers, be aware of that. Around the nation, winter storm warnings continue for parts of the mountains of West Virginia. Also into parts of Pennsylvania, New York State. And obviously, as cold air takes over, we have no problems with severe storms. No severe storms today. Maybe some thunder from northern California up toward Portland and Seattle. Tomorrow, maybe some thunder for parts of Idaho and Montana. And on day 3, Sunday, not a single thunderstorm expected across the country. Here's the rain for the next 7 days. This is valid through Friday morning of next week. Heavier totals for the northern half of the state. Rain amounts could exceed 1 inch north of Interstate 20. Under 1/2 inch for South Alabama. And it sure looks like the next really good rain event will be on Thanksgiving Day. We'll go through modeling here in just a second. If you missed it, this is the new drought monitor released yesterday. And understand these products kind of lag a little bit. The data is valid through Tuesday. The product is released on Thursday. And this really doesn't count the big rains we had this week. But still, there's improvement there. And the next time we see that map next week, the improvement will be more pronounced, I think. And once again, the tropics have gone calm. Looks like the next time we have a hurricane or a tropical storm will be in the summer of 2025. All right, model fans, here we go. The GFS. This is the 06C run, valid today at 4. Very impressive trough moving off the Atlantic coast. Sunny day, a very cool day. Highs should be in the 50s for much of the state. Going to be chilly for high school playoff games tonight. Temperatures coming down quickly through the 40s. So tomorrow morning, again, we'll take a look at the numbers coming off the HRRR. And now the HRRR is trying to suggest there could be some clouds up in the Tennessee Valley. Notice some low 40s there. But we've got mid-30s deep into South Alabama. That's where the sky is clear. So if some clouds do move in, that would keep temperatures up. But again, for most of the state, we're expecting low and mid-30s tomorrow morning. Colder pockets may be upper 20s. The day will be sunny. Great day for college football. Highs in the upper 50s and low 60s. Sunday, once again, Sunday morning will be in the 30s to start the day, but the high Sunday will be in the 60s statewide. We're dry. Monday, how about a high between 70 and 75? If you've been missing the warmth, there you go. That's the warmest day next week will be Monday. And then Tuesday, evidence a surface front pushes through, but there's just hardly any moisture. So there could be a few isolated showers, but probably not many. And the high Tuesday will drop back in the 60s. Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, the big travel day. And again, Alabama looks pretty quiet. And maybe a few isolated showers near the Gulf Coast. Highs in the 60s. In terms of travel problems, we note the chance of some snow at St. Louis and the chance of some snow at Denver. Up in the Northeast, looks pretty good there. So Thanksgiving Day, the weather turns wet and maybe stormy. This is the GFS, and it's got a surface low near Knoxville, Tennessee. And that's not really a classic severe weather look. You'd rather have the surface low to the north and west. We'll check the European. It's very similar. It's got the surface low in almost exactly the same position. But having said that, the air will be somewhat unstable. And again, there certainly could be some thunderstorms involved here. So at this point, Thanksgiving Day looks cloudy with occasional rain, maybe a thunderstorm, highs in the 60s. And again, for the moment, the severe weather opportunities don't look especially high, but understand this is 6 days away. This could change. So this is a week from today, Black Friday. This is Friday, the 29th of November, troughing moving on to the east, and a colder air mass drops in. The northern third of the state might stay in the 40s all day. 50s for the rest of the state, but the day looks dry. And that also would set the stage for a cold and dry Iron Bowl Saturday. Biggest football game in the year in the state. On Saturday, November 30th, it looks like in Tuscaloosa that day, the temperature should be around 50 at kickoff, maybe holding in the 40s for much of that ball game. So at the moment, the Iron Bowl looking cold and dry. Let's go out 10 days. This is Sunday, December 1st. First day of meteorological winter. Got a zonal flow, and once again, the weather looking cold and dry. Rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the European ensemble. The mean, about 2.5 inches between now and the 7th of December. Roller coaster ride. NBM, National Blend of Models. This is for Birmingham. Your number could vary. We've got a high today of 53. By Monday, the high 73. Then 60s for Thanksgiving Day. And then by Black Friday and Iron Bowl Saturday, the high dropping to 50. And we note Saturday morning, the Saturday morning of the Iron Bowl, the low close to 30. That means many places will be in the 20s. And that should be the coldest air so far this season. And look at all the blue on this map. This is the 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for November 29th through December 5th. Temperatures over much of the United States below average, including Alabama. How about Chicago yesterday? That was O'Hare Airport. That somehow reminds me of the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's a great Thanksgiving movie. Chicago had their first meaningful snow of the season. This was taken yesterday in the western suburbs of Chicago. This is Guaranteed Rate Field on the south side of Chicago. We were actually there back in August. Didn't quite look like that. This was up in Madison, Wisconsin. That's a beautiful shot there. Still some fall colors with the snow, a blend of the seasons, if you will. And how about Gatlinburg, Tennessee last night? Snowflakes were falling. Light snow falling there. That was taken about 9 o'clock last night. And how about some snow on the shores of Mobile Bay? Fairhope last night. Of course, it's not real snow, but they had their annual lighting ceremony last night. Always a great time, and just a big crowd and perfect weather for that. All right, so today I'm going to be in Alexandria Elementary School, home of the Valley Cubs. And then tonight I will be in Cullman for the annual Christmas parade and the Christmas tree lighting. That's an amazing production if you've never been. It's going to be great. Taylor Hicks will have a concert after the tree is illuminated, and it starts a series of really good events in Cullman. But we'll be streaming the parade live on the ABC 3340 social media platforms. So if you can't make it, you can watch it there. But again, come see us in Cullman tonight. It's going to be cold, but clear. And of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.